delay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to the Overwatch Bot League Season 3. We are on day 2 after a 5-month hiatus. I am here with my fellow caster, Hazel.
Hi guys.
And
Uh,
this is gonna be pretty intense, I think. Let's take a look at the bracket here. As you can see, last what stream, I guess, we had Blue and Afterlife doing their matches in the initial rounds. Blue and Afterlife did advance and will be facing each other at a later date. But today we have the epic matchup of Junkatech versus the Clankers. Any thoughts on this matchup, Hazel?
the junk, dude. I think the map choice, Antarctic Peninsula, is gonna be very interesting because they just reworked it and added it back. So it
Yeah.
should be. I wonder if they'll like utilize because you know the frozen roof, like where you go up there you get frozen.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that like any of that will show up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a bit different. It's like a lot less like I don't know. It feels a lot more open now. Like you aren't just like stuck going on like two paths.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. I remember the first time I played this map, it was like, where where does anything go? But I
yeah,
like that they made the control maps or the flashpoint maps. They're a lot tighter, so you have to think a lot more.
yeah.
It's pretty cool though.
As you can see, the map is completely different. It's kind of orange now. We got this cool little frozen thingy on the ceiling. It's very cool.
I'm honestly curious, is this map just meant to like counter flyers or what?
I guess so. I don't feel like that was like a real issue on the old version, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess people played
I mean it
Wrecking
is
Ball
like a pretty
here.
yeah.
But looking at the comps, we do not have Wrecking Ball. We have Roadhog versus Junker Queen. Looks like we have Wingflower on the Roadhog. Very interesting comps. Looks like we got like a bit of an old school 2023 comp over on the Clankers side.
Yeah.
The old Queen Ash Genji at the Kiryu.
Gary Lucio meta backline, you have to have it.
I always gotta have the meta backline. Where are you gonna be without it? And because of the Lucio, it looks like the Clankers are gonna get on point first. Mitzi immediately pulling the Roadhog in. Already half HP, going to be forcing that rebreather early. Silverwall gets a
Yeah.
pick on the Magenta.
Anna's very low. They got her.
It looks like it's just going to be cleanup for the Clankers. Pretty clean team fight.
I would say that's a good indicator of why speed is so like potent in higher ranks because it's just like it's such a valuable tool.
Yeah. Yeah, they get set up on point first, and it's going to be really rough. Especially even on the reworked map, you're still kind of funneled into this center area where the Queen can pull you in with the knife.
Hog shows up first. Interesting.
Hog just kind of running it down here. Trying to melee the Junker Queen to death. He almost
Exact.
succeeds. Oh, and another clean team fight for the Clankers. Not seeing a whole lot here from Junkatech. They're kind of struggling. Not really sure Roadhog is the pick.
Curious if they'll like go a different way or not.
Yeah, maybe utilize some of the newly opened up flank routes, but no, they're just gonna run it right down.
Straight down mid. Straight down
Oh,
mid.
comes the
That a
rampage.
Kiriko, that the rampage is pretty bad for that.
Yeah, yeah, Clankers holding strong, 65% here on the first point. Looks like we have a Pulse Bomb coming up for Junkatech. Maybe we'll see a crazy stick.
We do have Blade coming up too,
True.
so they might be able to shut that down.
Yeah, just stick on the Genji as soon as he pops that blade. There's the call out from Super Step that the Pulse Bomb is ready. I'm gonna be looking for it.
Red
Maybe
Hog on
getting...
height. Here we go.
Oh, big. Immediately drops
Right?
from height.
Huge.
But the Pulse Bomb didn't really get anything. Rush coming out. This is gonna be last fight territory. One
Very
with the
interesting rush
blade.
placement.
Where was the rush? Oh, it was like on the side. They were right there on the side, and that's 100-0. First round going to the Clankers, who, despite their name, do not have any Clankers on their team.
I mean, you got Junker Queen on it. Maybe it's because she hates Clankers. I don't know.
True, true.
True, what you think? Just kidding. Let me think. This map, I think it's similar to the old map. Like I think it's the exact same level actually, but they did add penguins, so
True, yeah. I'm sure that addition will greatly change how the bots play this map. Although I did see the clip where PG was looking at the penguin and died, so that was an indication that adding something like a penguin can completely change the way you play this map.
I didn't know that. When the match starts, the penguins all dive off the edge.
Oh, really? Oh, I wasn't even looking
Yeah.
over there. All right, looks like we got some switch ups on Junk Attack going over to the Ramatra and also double hit scan. See how this works out for them.
Interesting. We have Kiriko slept. She's sleepy.
Nice sleep. So
That might
far,
be what wins them the fight, honestly,
yeah.
without the heals and Suzu.
Yeah, immediately take out that Kiriko. Especially, like, I don't know. The Junk Attack's playing really aggressive with the Ramatra here. Like, they just ran it right down, and then the hit scan just
Yeah.
stayed back and shredded everybody while they're caught in Vortex. So pretty good play.
I think with the Ramatra buff, he's gonna be a pretty solid pick into this, because he's just like OP right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Ramatra is quite strong. Queen also did get a nerf this season, so Queen going on the flank though. Pulls in super step, but he manages to escape. It's like
This is
Kiriko going
honestly just
down.
a
Mitzi
sweet
gets
draw.
2. Oh my gosh, Mitzi kills 4 in that fight. Easy retake for the Clankers.
Just shows how broken Kiriko is. Without her in a fight,
Yeah.
it's just over.
Yeah, you need Suzu. It's very fair and balanced ability. Random shout from Mitzi, just to keep
True.
morale up, I guess. Keeping everyone ready for this re-engage from Junk Attack. No ults on the board quite yet. Sleep goes out. Does get the deflect as well. Anti misses. And health back's immediately taken out. Here comes the beat and the visor. Ooh. Rampage comes out a little poor timing, I
Well,
guess, because you beat and then Rampage after everybody dies.
just a little late, you know.
It happens. When you're playing at such a high level, you really do need to like make these split-second decisions. My guess is that they beat to counter the visor, but they just wasn't clear communication, so they also Rampage, so understandable, but that gives Junk Attack quite an ult advantage here. You get the Annihilation and the High Noon. High Noon,
And we're popping High Noon now. Sure.
zoning them off the point. Brilliant play.
That, I guess, yeah. That works out.
It works. Look at they all just ran. And here comes the Annihilation. Oh,
I guess,
and the blade.
yeah.
Oh, here comes the Nano onto the Cassidy. He's right-clicking all over the place. And yeah, Junk Attack wins that fight. Despite kind of awkward timing with the High Noon as they were walking up, the zoning allowed them to get into position to use that Annihilation and use that Nano.
I guess Cthulhu has too much aura.
He does. He does. He only right clicks. I think he's left click like once this entire match. He's right click
way.
Randy. But
Maybe
Big
that's the meta.
Bob, maybe incoming. Ooh, the bomb into
No.
a wall. Very unfortunate. Here comes the Kitsune Rush out from Junk Attack. Magenta uses the Suzu to keep Wingflower alive. Ooh, nasty shot on the snowball. And I don't think Clankers can get this unless they swap Doomfist or something. No. Looks like they're just gonna accept defeat for this round.
Unfortunately, yeah, they will not be able to touch together.
Yeah, pretty back and forth. I think the Ramatra switch was really helpful there. We're not really accomplishing a lot on the the Roadhog.
Ramatra. And then the Junker Queen doesn't really have any defense against the Cassidy.
Yeah.
So that's. Oh, they're swapping to Ramatra? Dang.
I think we are going to see a Ramatra mirror on the tanks and a Reaper swap. So we're going to have double flex DPS now. Very interesting choice. Double flex versus double hit scan. The Ana Kiri backline could also prove a bit problematic against the Kiri Lu. You know, the Lucio, you can just kind of run down the Ana, which we have seen happen in some of these fights.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how Soldier is going to hold up now. Because
Sure.
against Reaper Genji, he's not going to do so hot.
Yeah. Comes the Vortex. Looks like Junktech going under. Wingflower kind of separated from his team. Gets a Suzu to live.
Jericho is magenta.
Yeah. It's like Clanker's going to win that first team fight. Yeah, I'm really
Again,
curious, like, what was the plan there? What were they thinking?
yeah, I'm not sure why the Ramatra split off. That was strange. But again, it shows speed is very valuable in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Wingfire, again, running ahead of his team, taking this off angle. It's like Cute Thulu just running right in there. Does trade the Lucio before he dies, but it's kind of already
It's not
over.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Clean execution there from Clankers. Just immediately shut down all the different angles that Junkertech was trying to take. You had the Cassidy in the middle of the point, Ramatra going to the side, like kind of.
I don't know if Soldier is able to keep up with the other DPS.
Yeah. I feel like Soldier was initially a good pick, a bit more mobile than the Ashe, but I think against the Reaper Genji, he's just not going to get a lot of value here. Oh, here comes the Annihilation. And a High Noon. Oh, nice High Noon. Does get everybody low, but can he finish them off? No. Yeah, looked like he might have been able to flip the fight there, but I think he hesitated a bit. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
The HP trades are too low.
last fight territory for Junkatech. Maybe. Okay. They're just doing a bit of
We
regrouping.
get it.
They do
Will
have
they
to
touch?
touch the point. This may be a little anticlimactic. If they don't, okay, they're just not gonna touch the point. They just conceded that one, I guess.
Yeah.
It looks like Clankers are going to take the first match of the series. Wow, that was
That was a dude,
it.
it's crazy.
It was close on the second point, but the first and third were kind of like shutouts.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Any thoughts on that?
I think that's a good example of why it's good to push with your team instead of, pushing way ahead.
Yeah,
I think that might have been the downfall of many of their team fights because he just took too much damage before the rest of his team could catch up with him.
yeah. I think it's really obvious, like the communication gap here, right? Like one
Yeah.
team is very obviously very coordinated on calling targets and just moving around the map in general, and it feels like Junkatech was just kind of disconnected that whole time. Um,
Yeah. And it helps for clankers, like they're playing characters that allow them to abuse that advantage as well, while Jungle Tech is just more stationary, so they're falling down to the pressure.
yeah, yeah. Overall, though, I think there's definitely potential for a close game here. I would not count Junkatech out quite yet. And looks like the next map pick was Watchpoint Gibraltar. Gonna be interesting to see like what's the play here for Junkatech? What would you suggest they do to address some of the problems in their comps?
It looks like they're already picking out Tracer, or yeah, for some of their swaps. I think they just need a more mobile mid line
Yeah.
just to kind of keep up with the other team because they are just falling over. Like Soldier, he just doesn't he doesn't really do much. He just stands there and shoots, you know. So it's like you have to account for their mobility, and you could go with the CC. I think Cass was a good choice for that, but like inevitably your weaker characters are just gonna fall over, and that'll cost you a fight.
Yeah. That's no, I agree actually. I think that the soldier was probably one of their like core issues because I think he just did absolutely nothing. He offers nothing different than
Yeah,
what the cast would because that's your hit scan. This is the reason that people play one flex, one hit scan DPS. So I think double flex has a lot more potential than double hit scan. It looks
especially
like
with like higher damage characters.
yeah, it's interesting that they're going with Zarya here. I have seen Zarya played a bit on this map, but you think they would go for maybe a more mobile character?
Yeah.
Again, they are just stacking on the cart right now, so who knows? They're all just waiting.
Yeah.
And here, death from above. Mitzi just jumps down, immediately pops Nemesis. Suzu's out. Mitzi is antied, gonna have to back off for a second. Coffin goes down, trying to be a meat shield for his
Reaper
Ramatra.
on the flank. They catch him
Ooh,
out.
yeah. It's like cute Thulu, kind of dominating here. Unfortunate team fight. You think just sitting on the cart that the attacking team would have an advantage here, but didn't really utilize their positioning very well.
Looks like
Oh,
they're going out the back entrance. Or
ooh,
very
yeah.
interesting.
Try to like pinch them a bit there. Unfortunately, deterrent went down before he could get anything done. Snowball just sort of off to the side here. Rest of the clankers
Yeah.
trying to do something to salvage this fight. It's a very, very strange position that the teams have found themselves in. Ooh, looks like we're seeing a speed through mini.
Interesting.
Interesting. Boop the Zarya off the point.
They are rapping, but
Yeah.
unfortunately they're just not coordinated enough.
Ooh, Rally comes out from health pack. Wow, that this has been such an awkward fight.
Yeah.
The DPS are considered
Now they're
flanking.
stuck out.
Yeah.
Zarya might keep them from going back to spawn, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Coffin catches Super Step.
Wait, huge pick.
Yeah, that's really big. No Pulse Bomb available. It's like the turret gonna try and slide through mini, but gets taken down by Cthulhu. Overclock is popped. Nano onto the Zarya. Maybe a misinput. Ooh, here,
Huge
big
grab, actually.
grab.
Yeah, yeah. Mitzi is caught
Wingflower.
out.
Doing what Gaming for Hope could never. Death Blossom comes out, but shut down. That is a pick on the health pack, so gonna be a bit late coming back to the fight. Just Super Step just now arriving back from spawn, not using any of his mobility. Oh, and unfortunate thing for Junkatech is they only have one ult, and it's a Pulse Bomb, and I don't know how good this Pulse Bomb is gonna be, but maybe. Oh, tries to blink in the deterrent. Does still get the
Gets
kill
him anyways.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes the Annihilation. Slept out of it. Suzu immediately.
Super
Mitzi's
Step's
killed
down,
too.
Cthulhu is down.
Ooh.
Mitzi
Kitsune
with
Rush
the huge
probably,
ult.
yeah, wasn't an amazing pick, but they just kind of need to do something here.
Yeah.
Pushing the payload now. They have 1 minute to try and cap first point with no progress. That's the benefit of holding right outside their spawn, is they will not make any progress. But they do have beat. And Junk Attack, unfortunately, did not stagger their ults at all. What the heck is an ult economy? They're like 40% on everything.
Yeah.
See how they re-engage.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, Bubble already out for
Pushing
Cthulhu.
through the
He
room?
push.
That
Oh, he
might
didn't catch the Reaper.
unfortunate. I
And
don't know if
Mitzi.
that B push got any like true value out of that.
Yeah, they just kind
They were
of
too shallow.
they didn't commit to the push. I think losing the Reaper is kind of like a core part, but the Lucio kills 2. Oh my gosh, the
Oh,
turn
shoot.
has just killed 3 with the overclock. Really, really important there. Kind of save that fight after the Ramatra just completely ran away from his team. Looks like
Yeah.
Anna's gonna try and push. Maybe get a touch last second. Yes, Magenta
Oh,
does get a touch. Sleeps the
oh,
Ramatra.
huge sleep actually.
Insane.
It's up to Brig and Hana right now, but the team is coming back.
Brig might be able to get the rally. Immediately gets the rally. Pops it. Magenta's gone down. Oh,
Nice.
Brig dies in rally. That's so unfortunate. But they C9.
Oh no.
No. 0.7 meters from the checkpoint. And
Very
Clankers have
unfortunate.
C9'd. So unfortunate. Yeah, that it looked like they had after killing both supports. Do you think they would have it? But they gave up too much ground for that rally. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Got a
Yeah.
full hold. Think we'll see any comp switch ups, or do you think they're happy with what they have so far?
Honestly, I mean the fact they were like they took a while to get momentum going, but once they did, they were able to like kind of take over.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if the Tracer is getting too much value right now. Like,
Yeah. I think
especially if you're not utilizing your mobility, like it's just kind of a waste of a character pick, honestly.
yeah, that's a good point. I think he's just kind of like been there to be like a target, I guess, because he's drawing the fire, but he doesn't really accomplish anything. So it's like you just kind of have like a dummy bot.
Yeah.
Um, and we're seeing similar positioning for Clankers on the defense here to what Junkatek had, just all on the cart. This is optimal, I think. This is what you see in high
Honest
level play a lot of the time.
I honestly think a Reaper mirror might be better for them.
True. Yeah, I would be very curious to see how the Reaper Zarya would work for Junkatek. Both bubbles out for Wingflower. Not gonna have anything going into this fight. Just kind of even HP trades right now. Super Step looking for that pick. Jesus
The turret
recall.
down.
Yeah, Zarya already dead. Reaper trying to finish off the Brigitte. Yeah, looks like first fight is gonna go over to the Clankers. As we have seen, seems like they are very good at just the bots are very good at holding this first point until you just like ult them. So
Yeah.
here we go. Zarya taking the flank route. Gotta be careful not to get pushed off the map. But safely get to Mini. Gonna do a complete wraparound and flip the map.
Brig, what are you doing?
Brig
No.
channeling his inner Violet just kind of runs right in, but he does live amazingly. Gets the Lucio really low.
Oh, Sojourn's one. There we go.
Snowball getting staggered here.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. And that is going to be Junkatek pushing the cart very much before Clankers were able to. In a good spot. You almost got the nano, almost got the rally. And closest that Clankers have is Annihilation, which can definitely be shut down pretty quickly by the rally and nano.
Yeah. It
We
looks like
go.
they did make the Reaper swap. No way.
Yeah, really. I think that swap is going to be a lot more effective than the Tracer. Looks like going for a complete wrap again, but they're kind of cleaning up in the backline there. Wasn't a very coordinated team push. Kitsune
Yeah.
Rush coming out, rally in response, and the fight's already over. Brig rallied by herself on the high ground, so wasn't really a lot of value to be gained from that.
I think the loss of Rally is going to set up a good Annihilation.
Yeah, health pack channels his best Violet and just runs straight into the enemy team for no reason. And 1 minute 30, card is under the bridge. So knowing how the bots not use mobility, one fight could end this for Junkatek. We see Overclock and Grav are ready, so... Ooh, Annihilation popped really early. We're just trying to stop the fight before it
Oh, he
starts.
slept. He's
Ooh,
down.
here comes the beat.
Here
Big
comes the grab.
Grav. Big
Huge
Grav.
grab.
Can he kill
Oh,
anyone?
looks like
Oh, no trades to be found.
no follow-up. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
They are down to the last minute.
1 minute remaining. Looks like they just have Blossom and Overclock into Overclock and Nano. So I would give the ult advantage over to Junkatek here. I think the Nano's gonna be very good if they can get the Sojourn with it and not like the Brig.
Yeah.
As we know, it is very hard for bots to press Q properly. Sojourn
If they
popping
can
the ult.
build, if they can build Death Blossom, that could be huge because they definitely can.
We Nano Brig. Brig walks to high ground, doesn't do anything with it.
Oh my god.
Great situational awareness from Brig. Ooh, Mitzi's really low.
Reaper's
like
very close to Death Blossom if they can touch. And I guess
it's
not.
okay, they're just not gonna touch. Okay, Clankers going up 2-0 in what looked like was gonna be pretty close match. I thought that Junkatek had that. Like that should have been free.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say was like the main reason they lost on that map?
I'm gonna guess it's like lack of objective awareness. Like we saw our Brig just walk across the high ground without dropping.
Yeah.
Good touch. But unfortunately it resulted in a C9.
Yeah, the
But
double C9 it's gotta be very rough. On the same
I
map.
think the lack of just like mobility, like the Zarya is really slow. The Reaper was a good swap, I think, but Ana and Brig are just like very slow against Lucio. Especially if they're on Ramattra and they're just like walking over you. There's only so much you can do. You only have one cooldown to mitigate that. I guess
Right.
two. But I just think, yeah, it's just a lack of mobility that's killing them right now.
Yeah, I think that and definitely some misplays from Break especially.
Yeah.
A lot Rally never really seemed to get any value. A lot of the time just cuz kind of like disconnected from the rest of the team. So
Yeah.
just teamwork issues in addition to some
He's getting
comp
that
issues.
he's getting that cash app notification.
Yeah, Clankers, they apparently they got money,
Yeah. I
but
think.
this is series point here for Clankers, so they will move on and knock Junkatek out of the tournament if they can win this. But maybe we'll see a reverse sweep. You never know.
True. I do think they have some like potential. It's just a manner of like their teamwork just wasn't great on that map.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen some times where they like really do pull some crazy stuff off. Like their the first fight they won on Gibraltar did look really good. It's just like they're not very consistent with it, I guess, is the issue here.
Yeah.
But I guess
And
we'll
it's a
see.
lot. Yeah.
The Orisa.
I guess it's a lot less easy to be like split up when you're like on the very first point versus when you're like on the top and bottom. Like it's a lot easier to navigate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
Here we
But
go.
Orisa versus Winston. We'll see how this matchup goes actually.
I feel like Orisa should win this, but you never know. Maybe Mitzi's gonna pull something crazy off. Never mind.
Oh no. It is a full mirror besides the tanks. Which is
Yes.
crazy.
Cool.
But unfortunately, without a tank, they just fall over.
Yeah, that was rough.
I want to see if they like use the high ground at all, because that would be a good let me think. Like it'd be a good way to get an advantage over them.
Yeah.
Oh, they swapped to Ramattra. Interesting. I guess high
Yeah.
ground is not the way.
I think Winston could kind of work here. Very weak. What's it called?
Health pack
DPS.
already down. Dang.
Kind of crazy. Just kind of ran right out in front of him.
Coffin traded.
The turret
We're getting
traded. It's just 1-for-1 trades
Very,
right
very
now.
even trades.
Oh, can Wingflower live long enough to get the fortify? He does.
I guess, yeah.
Oh,
Unfortunately. Oh, they're
incredibly
down to
close.
1 HP. That's crazy.
Really, really close hold there. Showing signs of life for clankers on this map, though, for sure. There we go. Terra Surge is ready. Very quick. Ult farming there from Wingflower. Oh, okay.
Immediate ult? Okay.
Really hates that Ramatra. Mitzi is gonna safely get away, but
Is splitting off. Unfortunately, that leaves Ramatra and Sojourn way too exposed in this team. I think they will just fall over.
yeah. I think the idea was good there, but the immediate Terra Surge kind of interrupted the tempo.
Yeah.
So good play. And like our sentry does get out. No, he doesn't. He runs right back in. Very unfortunate. Gonna cost them probably another 20 seconds. Or
Yeah.
clankers.
Rest
But
is already back up to 20%.
yeah, Wingflower is farming ult charge on the Orisa. Very excited as you can see him spinning around. And there's the Kitsune
Mitzi
rush.
is very far ahead again, which might mess up their coordination.
That's true. Yeah, Mitzi. Ooh. Yeah, barely lives. Beat comes out on both sides. Ooh, here comes the Death Blossom. Really late, but not enough.
I think they just spent too much time inside that room, you know? You gotta move
gotta
out of there if
push.
you're gonna
Yeah.
push. Yeah.
Not seeing that teamwork that we saw in Gibraltar from the Clankers. Like, you think... I don't know. They were playing so well with that Lucio speed advantage. Once it gets mirror, they're looking a little lost.
Yeah.
Still got overclock, though. Maybe can build Annihilation. Comes the overclock. Wingflower is pretty low. Does have Fortify to mitigate some of that overclock damage. Mitzi goes down again, but maybe you can trade Wingflower here. Yes, it does come out.
There we go.
It's like pretty
Double
even.
looks like he's down.
Oh, but Health Pack's just cleaning up. Looks like it's a 2v3. Deterrent's just gonna have to send it here.
Yeah.
Maybe try and set things up for when Mitzi comes back with the Annihilation.
Looks like, yeah, they're not really chasing kills.
Yeah,
Which means
Deterrent,
that they might have time to get back.
Deterrent lives for a while, but eventually does fall. Maybe stalled
Mitzi-
long enough. Big Annihilation, huge Annihilation.
Huge,
Oh my
huge,
gosh.
huge, huge, huge.
This is so winnable. Flankers can win this. They just have to kill Wingflower now. The Terra Surge comes out. Ooh, perfect
Wingflower
timing.
is killable though.
Ooh. Yeah, Wraith, excellent timing. Our Snowball's timing on the Wraith form was very good there.
I just wonder if
And
they're gonna hold on, because I don't know if the team will get back before they can cap.
ooh, it's close. Okay, it does look like Junkatek is not gonna go for a touch here. Cthulhu pushing very aggressively here, maybe trying to catch Clankers off guard before Mitzi can regroup with the team. Ooh, Beat comes out. Sentry has to use it to live. Mitzi wants to keep the momentum going, uses Nemesis form. Wingflower in the backline right now. Kill Snowball. Kitsune Rush from the Clankers comes out. What the heck? Overclock immediately shut down. It's just Super Step left. Ooh. Oh, jiggling in and out of that room. Pops the
Death
Blossom.
Blossom?
He does
Sure.
kill one. They're really hanging on to this point. Kitsune Rush
Kitsune
comes
Rush.
out. He Kitsune Jaxes. And
No
no
way.
one is going to get value out of that rush. Terrible play. Just awful timing. And finally the card is going to get pushed.
I mean,
What
I
a-
guess the ult economy is a, well, no, I looked at it.
I don't know what's happening. That was kind of a wild fight. But even though they did lose at the end, Junkatek burned a lot of time from the Clankers here.
Yeah. It really makes you wonder, like, is that strategy viable if you do just want to play for time?
Yeah. I mean, 60 seconds left. Beat comes out for Junkatek to help with the retake.
Sojourn's very low in the back, but
Oh, here comes the Terra.
Interesting. I guess it's a good space denier though.
Yeah, forces the reposition. Overclock with the Annihilation and the Blossom. It's just Snowball left. And he goes down. Clankers used 3 ults in that fight and still didn't win. Only were able to trade 1, I think.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. Just gonna have to hope you can build that beat in time. Otherwise, it's gonna be a dry fight. Ooh, but Cute Duel gets caught out. Slide misses. Wingfire trying to push Mitzi off the point so they can't touch. Maybe hoping for a C9. Coffin dies touching. Here comes a big beat for the Clankers. Super Sep dies, but can they touch the point? No, they C9 yet again. Sentry inches away from touching the cart. Oh, the C9.
no.
It's a sickness with these bots. They just
Yeah.
oh, very rough.
Oh man.
This has been it's been quite the match so far. But this is feeling a lot closer though. I think both teams have kind of found comps that they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Wingflower looking alive on the Orisa now. Or
It's curious to see how the mirrors will play out because like they're playing the exact same characters. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
up to the tank, honestly.
yeah. Yeah, I think even the tanks trades have been pretty back and forth because sometimes you'll see Wingflower go like crazy and kill everybody, and other times it just kind of like runs forward and dies.
Must be fun at parties.
Which
Right,
I guess
yeah.
it's just Overwatch in a nutshell. Sometimes you just die for no reason.
I would say that's true for Mitzi too. We see Mitzi push forward a lot.
Yeah, really,
So-
like
They might try
compared to Wingflower, Mitzi has had excellent ult timing. Like with the Annihilation, he's like always killing at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Compared to the Terra, which is mostly, I don't think it's gotten any kills yet. I think it's always been kind of like a zoning tool.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3,
But we shall see.
1. Attackers incoming.
Junk attack.
Yeah, I'm
Defend objective A.
I'm curious to see if they choose to just run it down main again because they don't have a shield to like negate anything. So
Yeah, maybe just play really fast with the Lucio would be my assumption. And a lot of cooldowns already being popped on both sides. That Disruptor shot goes wide. Not a lot of zoning available. Wingflower just right up in there. And Zentry
works.
is gonna go down. Yeah.
Wing Flare might go down here. Yeah.
Health
So,
pack
yeah,
is
they'll be
traded.
forcing
Cthulhu kills the turret. Cthulhu dies. Mitzi hiding in a corner here.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Ooh, unfortunate. That would have been a
Yeah.
crazy pick if he got that.
It wasn't a bad fight by any means.
I think they had a lot more progress in that team fight than the other team did when they were pushing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Wingflower, they want this. They do not want to go out 3-0 on their first match in bot league. But Wingflower just running right in there, tanking everything, but fortunately,
Not
cover
anymore.
is still required to live. Cleaning up the last kills. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. First ult coming up is going to be the Overclock from the Sojourn. From Deterrent. Haven't seen Overclocks be too powerful in bot league.
Yeah.
More of like a...
It's like a blade, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you pop into force things.
Exactly. Disruptor shot comes out. Here's the shield. Mitzi taking a lot of damage. Gonna have to use that Fortify early. Has no more defensive tools as he just runs
The
in there.
turret's very
Super-
low. Down.
Turret dies. Cthulhu maybe trying to get a pick on Snowball. Wraith form is used. Looks like they kind of force Clankers off the point. Very low HP. This is winnable.
Ajax,
Oh,
Ajax!
Crazy Ajax into the Blossom. Other beat
we use
comes
beat.
out. Ooh, beat was
They've used
probably not
both
needed.
support ults.
Yeah.
But Kiriko's gonna have her Kitsune, so maybe it'll come around.
You got Terra. Yeah, the Ajax they probably would have won the fight. I mean, I guess they had the other beat, but like, it was looking winnable for a bit.
It was, yeah.
But Terra
But
Blossom.
they held on for a long time.
see.
I think if we can manage to build Kitsune Rush here, then it's a winnable fight.
Ooh, everything being popped at once right now. Mitzi in the corner with the Annihilation, kind of forced out of position, but Magenta's
Oh no,
picking.
Kiriko.
Ooh, Wingfire actually does kill Mitzi. Coffin goes down as well. Deterrent and Snowball just gonna try and do as much damage as they can, stall this point. Disruptor shot comes out, kills Super Step,
They do
Wingflower.
start capping.
Yeah, they
They're able to
force the
force
rest
them
of
off point.
Clankers.
Yeah.
And Deterrent goes down. Really well played there from Dunk Attack. They zone Mitzi into the corner, so the Annihilation expires. And then they can just zone the rest of the team, whatever these boxes, whatever that area is called. It's like
Yeah.
forced over there. They're all just all over the place, but gonna be a quick recontest for Clankers. A lot of damage coming out onto Mitzi. He's used that Annihilation. Here comes the
Then
Kitsune
she's
Rush.
caught in a Kitsune Rush.
Yeah, all members of Clankers just kind of stuck in a corner, but not capitalized on fast enough. And Wingflower is gonna
Rissa is coming back from Narnia, apparently.
just completely left his team. Elpat gonna try and 1v1 the Reaper. Forces beat out for some reason. Absolutely insane.
They're looking
That-
for a close spawn contest.
Yeah, gonna hold it really close. And Junk Attack's gonna have this beat. This is not looking good for Clankers. Unfortunate they had to use that beat. They forced Wraith out. Ooh, they kill
Zentry goes
Zentry from
down.
spawn. But Mitzi trades Super Step.
I don't know if these trades are worth it though to build this close. This is why we don't see it too often on this map.
Yeah, it's very, very risky. But got the beat. And Kiriko for Clankers gonna be coming back a bit late. Gonna see probably really aggressive push from spawn here. Waiting to pop the beat. Where's Wingflower going? We're going all the way around the map. Okay.
Sure.
Beat tragic beat.
Oh, that.
But Magenta's
Hey,
just
Zill's
killing
off,
everybody.
Snowball.
Magenta just kills two.
Down they go.
Okay. I really don't
I guess that
understand what
works.
happened. Solo beat to draw their attention. Magenta kills them while they're distracted. Like, I guess it works. They're gonna get there. Junk Attack is gonna win their first match of the series.
No way.
Bizarre map, but you know what? They got there in the end.
Yep.
Very well played by Junk Attack. That was insane.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's
what?
a crazy rap. Yeah.
I think they did improve on what you were saying. Like, they played a lot faster, Junk Attack did. Which made a huge difference, I think.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I'm curious. Are we going to Atlas? Dang. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so
curious
looks like-
what they're gonna play on Atlas because Orisa. Oh, she does so well on this map.
Yeah. Clankers picking Atlas is certainly a choice of all time. I don't think we've ever seen this in Bot League before, actually. So this might be a first time. I'd be curious to see what they end up picking here, because like there's a lot of different things you can play. You see a lot of different stuff on this map.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, what do you think would get the most value for Clankers since they lost the last map? Like, how could they improve?
On this map, they like to play brawly characters, which is very interesting because they don't really play like dive at all. But
Yeah.
dive is so good on this map. So I think if they just pushed outside of their limits a little bit, like we got like a Genji going or a Tracer, and we had like a Winston or a Ball, I think that would do really good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd really like to see more dive. In Bot League in general, we don't usually see it. But
Yeah.
like I'd love to see like a really well executed dive team. Be curious to see what they go with here.
I don't
On-
know. Are they picking Malga for the Orisa, or are they just picking him for the map?
Might be a map pick, will be my assumption. Malga's always been like A tier. He's not quite S tier in Bot League, but he's always been pretty strong. So I think it's just a pretty safe pick, especially because like no Bot League team has ever played on this map before. And
Really?
yeah, it's always the only Flashpoint map I think we've seen is Suravasa, I want to, or no, New Junk City. New Junk City is the only bot league map.
Interesting.
For Flashpoint.
5, 4,
I guess we'll see how this goes then, because they went Cast Reaper,
1.
and then
Yeah.
we also have Reaper Sojourn.
Yeah,
So a
very.
step away from what they were playing last game.
Yeah, Junk Attack is experimenting here, which is kind of risky. Knowing how they are just 1 point away
Yeah.
from losing the series.
I do think Cass is good for like controlling the angles on this map though, because it's exactly his range.
Yeah. And Mitzi looks a little lost here. Immediately uses both cooldowns. It's kind of an all-out brawl here on the point. Zulu
It's
just
back to aura farming.
yeah, right-clicking. Oh,
And
that's
down they go.
very, very messy. Pretty poor execution. I'm not gonna lie, from Junk
I
Attack.
think what'll end up happening is Amalga's just gonna burn the Zarya bubbles.
Yeah,
Oh, they swapped the Ram.
yeah. Swap back to Ram. I think that makes more sense. I think
Yeah.
Zarya could work, but they don't really have like. If they had like a Vendetta, I would love to see Vendetta Zar from the bot.
Yeah.
That's meta. Wingfire just run right in. Huge damage from the Nemesis punches, but Magenta feeds, no Suzu available. But there's so much damage coming in. If only they could capitalize on it. Maybe we see the Reaper. No. Only 1 pick out of that whole. It looks so good. Like they were doing so much damage just without that Suzu though. They could not sustain.
Yeah.
So it looks like Junk Attack gonna get 1 last fight here. Gonna be dropping down from height. Throws out the Vortex. Has to use Nemesis right away to prevent getting burned from that Malga too quickly. Oh, but where is Magenta going? Gets
Early
TP
Suzu is
back.
gonna cost them the fight.
Yeah. Need a trade like right now. Oh, and no trade comes. It's just absolute bloodbath.
Yeah.
And that's
Maybe Malga was the correct pick for this map.
yeah, I think the Malga is working very, very well.
I think without the Sojourn's consistent damage, because Cassidy, he does damage, but he doesn't do like enough damage. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Like over time.
Yeah. And Health Pack feeds his brains out. So does Magenta, and the rest of Junk Attack just gonna die quickly here, I imagine. They do force the overclock out of the turret though. That's 1 less ult to worry about.
On the junk. Oh wow. Okay.
Junk Attack trying something new. With the Junkrat. We have seen Junkrat be very, very strong in bot league.
This will be
So,
interesting to watch then.
yeah, what's the strategy for Q2 here? It's normally a hit scan player, so is he gonna try playing at range or is he just gonna go full on dive rat? Blossom goes wide. Oh, here
What a
comes the
rat.
cage.
Ooh, Magenta goes down.
Ooh, Annihilation in the cage could be pretty deadly here. Or not.
Fortunately, it was not enough against the Kitsune.
Yeah. Kitsune Rush plus Blossom plus Cage. Not a whole lot you can do. They did save the beat, so pretty good ult economy for Clankers right now, because the Annihilation didn't really get anything, and I think beat is gonna beat the Rush.
Yeah.
But Wingfire is running right in here. Mitzi is kind of out of position. Could see him fall here. Or not. Big beat.
It
Which
did not
doesn't
catch
even get
Mitzi,
it doesn't even
unfortunately.
hit him. And beat just to confirm the
This
fight.
beat, yeah.
Just want to make
catches all
sure
5.
everyone
Sentry
survives.
is, down he goes.
Ooh, crazy shot from Cute Thulu. Deterrent gonna give overtime 99%. It's gonna have to be a full hold from Junk Attack. Which they got good positioning. No ults for either team though.
Yeah. This will be just a true neutral battle, I believe.
Yeah. Clean, neutral fight. They're all just saying hi to this car before moving to the point. Gonna give Flankers gonna give up 35% before even getting close to the point. This is significantly gonna impact how many fights they can have. But Magenta looking for some early kills
Mitzi
here.
is going back to his backline, I guess.
Yeah, didn't fully commit to the push, but doing so much damage to Wingflower, just right up in his face. They really need to get a kill. Ooh, shield refresh from the Annihilation is gonna be big. turret goes down, Snowball goes down, and then Wingflower is just punching Mitzi to death. Mitzi trying to punch him back, but it doesn't quite work out. And that might be last fight, actually.
Yeah, they're gonna have Tire if they do try
Yeah.
to touch.
I think the Mitzi just hesitated on the Mauga push. I don't know what that was about. If he had full
Yeah, that
committed,
was
maybe.
strange.
I don't know.
Resort. Secured.
Cha-ching,
Next flashpoint. Bazaar.
I think.
Clanker's gonna get on there first. Mitzi going in for the engage here. Gonna lose a
Mitzi is
lot of
compensating for
HP.
his later fallbacks.
Yeah. But yeah, he
Fallbacks,
goes
sorry.
down. Sentry gonna go down next. Yeah, Junk Attack kind of coming alive here.
Point unlocks in 10
Meanwhile, Clankers have... I don't know what's going on. It feels like Mitzi has just been really off ever since the second point. I think the
Yeah.
Junkrat switch is throwing him off.
flashpoint.
Because you do have to be really careful playing into Junkrat
He's
as a
yeah,
Mauga.
he's unpredictable.
'Cause if you get trapped, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
Going from the high ground here, getting a bit of poke damage before he commits. Rush coming out for Junk Attack. Cthulhu, though, as I said, traps the Lucio. Oh, Overclock is shut down. Cute Cthulhu kills Mitzi, not even looking at him with a mine. And Snowball maybe gonna go in for a last touch at 40%. Interesting timing. This means Clankers are gonna have to either go into this 4v5 or just wait for their teammate to respawn.
Yeah. It's a good example of what not to do in your ranked games.
Exactly. Cage comes out. I don't know what the
On
cage is for, but it's
on
there.
the corner.
Oh, and Cthulhu kills Coffin and Zentry with
Holy.
the same mine. Zentry going off the map. Mitzi dies. And Junk Attack.
Snowball. It's about to do
Ooh.
the same exact thing.
Ooh, Cthulhu with these mines is
Doesn't
going
even get the touch.
crazy.
Bazaar. Secured.
Junk Attack going insane right now.
Flashpoint. Town.
Saying truth in the name.
See, what's the game plan for the Clankers right now? You got Beat, you got Blossom. Are you gonna commit to beat Blossom, or are you just gonna try and get an early pick with the Blossom first? Oh, big
I think the
tire.
Rit Tire came out
Ooh.
earlier than anticipated.
Oh, he gets
Down they
two.
go.
They weren't even ready for that.
It's a day at the bowling alley for your Cthulhu.
Yeah, he's just going insane. Mitzi almost kills him, but he luckily escapes. And Mitzi just kind of looking confused
Do they
here.
know?
What is
they
he gonna
know?
do? Coffin dies. Mitzi hard focusing Cute Cthulhu, but he can't quite kill him. I think we might have a match MVP.
Yeah. The Junkrat, I think, is just so, like, it's impossible to, like, keep full, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, predict where he's gonna be.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot harder to track that, and it's messing up Mitsuki for sure. Or Mitzi.
Yeah. I think Clankers play like a very coordinated, very clean, like, strategy game. And the Junkrat just kind of like throws all that out the window. Nice beat response. Mitzi gonna go down here. Rush comes
Yeah,
out from
Rush on-
Junk Attack. And it's over. One more fight for Clankers available.
Only 2 ults are burned.
Oh, the beat. He's got beat. Oh no, Zentry. No. The one ult that could possibly influence this fight. And are they even gonna get a touch?
I don't know. I don't
No,
think
they're
so.
not even gonna get a touch.
That's crazy.
Junk Attack going up 2-2. And
Hey.
we're going to map 5. Oh my gosh.
Map 5. Oh, yeah.
Reverse sweep from Junk Attack is very possible here. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Because the Mauga looks so strong on the first point. Like, he's kind of dominating. So it's weird that, like, all of a sudden he's just like, I don't know. Mitzi, I think the Junkrat was a great pick. Because Mitzi just
Yeah.
did not know what to do. His timing was completely off in, like, every engagement. So,
Yeah. 'Cause we've seen that a lot, but I think with just the other variables as well, it's just completely thrown them off completely like entirely.
Yeah. I mean, combined with being like a new map for bot league, probably also
Yeah.
doesn't help. But here we go. Map 5. Whoever wins this
Where does
will
Sapi?
win the series. Rosapi.
I didn't notice that was a giant water wheel. What the heck?
Just now noticing. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi water wheel, I guess.
I guess.
There's
Pretty
like
cool
these
though. I
little
actually
like
really like this map.
these little I don't even know what those are called. Gondolas? Is that what they're called? Like the little zipline thingies in
Yeah,
the distance.
those
There's
are cool
also
too.
like animals on this map somewhere. I don't remember where.
Ready.
Anyways, it looks like we're seeing almost a full mirror, but Cute Thulu, the wild card, playing Junkrat. See how it goes on this map. This map's gonna be a bit trickier, I think, because while there are some side flank routes, it's usually pretty like easy to predict where someone's gonna go because you have main path and side route. So it's like if he's not on the
Yeah.
main path, where is he gonna be?
Yeah.
One. Objective unlocks in
Some
depth.
friendly hellos, bit of spinnies for the bots as they walk out of spawn.
Falter, and we will not fail.
Looks like both teams gonna be going towards the top part of the map here. Or not, no, they're gonna go to the top and then straight back to main.
Curious if they're on Junkrat Reaper and not Junkrat Sojourn. Because I think without the Sojourn, some of that consistent damage is gonna like fall off.
Yeah, you need the disruptor to zone a little bit. But very uncoordinated push from Clankers. They are gonna just kind of fall over in that fight. Zentry seems to have kind of
they
just
know?
given up.
Do they know?
Zentry has received the PayPal and is just AFK.
They know.
Okay. Crazy stagger. That's a like 20-second stagger. Intentional or not. Looks like that might be just checkpoint after the first fight for the
Yeah.
junk attack here. Mitzi gonna be re-engaging from the high ground without his Lucio. And immediately deleted. Oh my goodness. Didn't even stand a chance. Cute Thulu just shooting grenades everywhere.
down.
Kills Snowball. There's checkpoint. Yeah, I don't
Unfortunate.
know what's going on with Clankers right now. It seems they've just completely given up.
I think Mitzi is struggling, especially since he's so far ahead. Like right now, there's like a 10-meter gap between them.
Yeah. Be re-engaging from behind. The turret jumps down, tries to go for the
tire's
Lucio.
out.
Oh, big tire! Huge. Coffin launched through the air. Zentry doing his best Violet impression as usual. This is face tanking these Junkrat grenades. Expertly has farmed beat though, just by standing AFK in main. Gonna have beat, but going up against beat, rush, and annihilation in this next fight. This could be it for Clankers if they don't get their act together. Here comes the rush,
Rush
right
is
down
in play.
main. Ooh, beat almost Ajaxes.
Ooh.
Annihilation comes out. Zentry is dead. Snowball gets Magenta. Coffin
The
dies.
late peak gives them that extra momentum they need to win the fight.
Yep. Wing Flower kills 3. Late beat. Whoever beats second wins. So maybe are we gonna see a last touch? Still got 2 ults. We are gonna see a touch. Annihilation. Rush coming out immediately. The turret gets a nice pick on the health
Ooh,
pack.
2 picks. Wildflower down.
Oh,
That's the first fight win.
they saved it, but it's a long road ahead for Clankers. They gotta win like what, 5 team fights in a row? Probably have more like 3 or 4 knowing the bots, but
Yeah.
this is gonna be a lot. Especially, I mean, they do have an old advantage because they got Overclock and Blossom, but still gonna be pretty rough.
They do have 6.5 minutes on the clock, so they could there is a chance.
Yeah, I think, yeah, as long as you have 6 or 7 minutes, you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least to the checkpoint. Blossom comes out way too early.
Another Blossom that gets no value. Interesting.
But
At
Mitzi's...
least it's an even trade. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Ooh,
Ooh, that tire almost
kills
goes
2.
down.
Okay, Tire kills 2, but still gonna let Clankers win the fight pretty confidently there. Playing together as a team, unheard of.
Looks like they've regained their confidence against the Junkrat.
Yeah, they were not scared. They just ran straight towards that Junkrat as soon as he went in. So, very, very good. I mean, Reaper is really good against Junkrats. I think Snowball just needs to target him more. Instead of Mitzi. There we go, re-engage. Gonna be down 2 for the
Instant
Clankers.
boxing match.
Oh, Wingflower punches out Mitzi. So he's gonna take down Zentry. Beautiful tracking. Guy's got aimbot or something. And yeah, rest of Clankers gonna regroup and spawn. Cannot let that loss impact them too much. But that does mean that they're gonna be at an ult disadvantage now, as bot approaches the checkpoint.
Mitzi is way ahead of his team again.
Yeah,
This
running
might be what causes them to lose the fight, honestly.
Ooh, gonna have to use that Suzu early, but Wingflower.
Wingflower, yeah, the HP trade. Annihilation is forced from him as
Big
he
B.
drops the... He's still alive? Oh no, there he
Oh
is.
no! The beat comes out too late for Junk Attack. They don't save the Ramatra. No, the rush. It's so tragic. Just gonna have to look for a trade at least. Oh,
Poor Magenta.
just that's some Escanor level Kiriko. Very, very sad. And now that ult advantage that I mentioned is non-existent for Junk Attack. They have no ults and no good ults even coming up. 67% ult charge on the Blossom. It's not going to be very good against Rush, Overclock, and another Blossom.
It seems like they've been having some more even trades now. Oh, they're coming around from the back.
Ooh, coming off the back. Really quick response with the Kitsune Rush, but it looks like it's just going to be kited away. It's like a cute duo looking for some picks here. Finds one on the coffin. Here comes the Overclock. Ends up killing
Oh my
Wingflower.
Wasted Death Blossom from Snowball.
Ooh.
Very interesting.
Things like this never get old.
I mean, wasted Death Blossom, but the Overclock certainly made an impact with 3 kills. Deterrent kind of clutching up after losing Mitzi so fast. And the big thing here is that Clankers has beat advantage. So I think if they can just farm that beat, this is gonna be a really awkward fight though without their tank. Might just have to accept defeat, try and get some ults out if they can. Here comes the Tire and the Blossom actually.
Interesting.
So Junk Attack, Clankers actually do get 2. Junk Attack's gonna have to actually invest quite a bit to win this fight. This Coffin survives just long enough to help Mitzi get that kill. And it's currently a 1v1 between Cthulhu and Mitzi. Surely Mitzi wins this. Oh no, the rest of
That is
Junk
cooldown.
Attack's
He's
coming
kind
back.
of a sitting puck.
He needs to pop Nemesis before he gets hit with the random Junkrat. I know he doesn't use it. No, it beat! Why did we beat? Why did we do
No.
that? Just gonna have to try and get what trades they can. Cthulhu looks so low, he does die. Magenta's 1 HP.
Magenta's living. Magenta's...
The
No
turret
way.
is trying to just get some kills, get some form of value. They're all just trickling in one by one. The turret doesn't know who to shoot at. Super Step just gonna absolutely delete the turret. Snowball's Wraith forming on point just to stall long enough for the Kiriko to come back. Wraith form and Annihilation come out. And it's over. Finally.
The double ult for I guess 3v3?
Yeah, 3v3, 2 ults to win it. That was... Oh, Mitzi's actually just running straight in, trying to capitalize on that numbers advantage that he does not have. The rest of his team eventually follows him, but, like, it's a little too late. The timing. Mitzi's aggression has once again gotten the best of him. Quick reset. For everyone that is not named Zentry. Actually, Zentry does not feed this time, and instead goes to the secondary spawn for some reason. Okay, now we're amping speed.
Okay.
With nobody there. 1 minute left. Wasted a lot of time fighting on that checkpoint. Just went through
And
a
they
few...
don't have yet to get back.
Yeah, this is...
They're taking the long way to go around. They're gonna lose a lot of ground on here.
Yeah. Ooh, beat in response to the Annihilation. No other ults available for Clankers, and they are just trying to do something here. The tire comes out. The tire trades Mitzi right before Cthulhu dies. Deterrent gets 1. He gets 2.
Ooh,
Ooh,
huge,
3.
Recharging.
Amazing Ajax from Zentry. That was, once again, the PayPal has gone through.
30 seconds remaining.
Another $30 in Zentry's bank account as they have no ults except for this Rush going up against Blossom, Rush, and possibly Annihilation into final fight. Can Mitzi even get back in time? He's just kind of wandering around. Here comes that Rush. Gonna be trying to trap them in that side room, but the turret takes too much damage. He can't get away. The slide goes in the opposite direction. Coffin does trade out Magenta. Here comes the Blossom. It kills Mitzi. A Blossom has killed somebody. Sentry goes down. Mid-air Suzu for Coffin. I don't know how that's possible, and that's it. Looks like Junkatech has successfully reverse swept to win against Clankers.
That's crazy. What a match.
Absolute cinema. Just really all around very entertaining match. Wow.
It's just, it's crazy. Dude, the amount of times, I couldn't even count how many times, like, someone just fell behind or they were too far ahead of their own team, and that really is just what turned the tide on a lot of these fights, I think.
Yeah, especially with Mitzi. Like, someone's got to talk to him. Someone tell him that you just you can't be doing this. This every single fight that he just
Every single fight.
he just runs straight in there with no
Well-
regard for his own personal safety.
Maybe it's because he keeps dying first, you know?
True.
That could be part of it.
I mean, at some point it's a support diff. So,
True.
but we can take a look here at the updated bracket. Now Junkatech moving on after a very, very good reverse sweep. And our next match today is going to be Broken Planet versus Llama Pajamas. We're going to be right back after a quick break.
Oh,
See if this
that
pick
could be
does
big.
anything.
Pablo might be dead here if he came back up.
Oh, Wi-Fi caught out. Don Pablo immediately going down after. EAC is looking great today. Shield 1 from B12, but that shield's a lot harder to time. And a big anti there. And they're all just immediately
Already have
low health. This is going to be
Everyone's
easy cleanup here.
2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. Smurf takes out E10 in the process. What did
Yeah, Torb was an interesting pick. We saw how strong turrets can be in these kinds of competitions. Able to shield while he gets healed up.
Step back a bit. But Dambot pulls off the bio. Disastrous first push.
Oh, this is the javelin.
But Smurf missed Gracie as well.
Yeah, I got that
Fair
Discord
fight
orb.
there.
Not looking good.
Ooh! There's no
D10
way.
with the
Blue
Reaper.
pulled off that first fight flawlessly. D10 sitting back as you do, picking him off. Pop, 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 gone. EAC and I believe that is Diamond 1 sit alone. But tank down. He's sticking back a bit more. He's got the range. He doesn't need to be on point, but he does it just to be an absolute meat shield.
And Pixel Pred gonna punish that. Oh!
Ooh!
Guys in the back line targeting Diamond 1. He's getting shot from behind. Oh, but he gets Diamond 1.
Going for some nasty quick punches there. Ooh, Diamond 1 out. Dambot out, no support.
Look at Don. Oh, almost wins the fight. EAC is the only one left standing. That was much closer than I thought it was
As soon as possible.
gonna be. Yeah. There's the Dragon Blade.
Well,
Oh, what a nice charge from Smurf there.
Smurf went for it.
And that was so risky too, because he had fallen. The fight could have gone very different with just pure mechanical skill here from Hobo. And dang, nice rock on the corgi.
See if it can follow up with a kill though. That's where it matters.
Probiotic focus down by Kilo.
Friday almost full. Goes for the Friday half. And they're pushed away from the objective now. Top 501 already half health.
And there goes Avalanche.
Goes for a charge. Avalanche down. Dragoon down to Nada.
There goes Bloom.
Bloom and Jiangxi down. Could definitely turn things around here. There's
Gets the javelin.
the other one.
Are they gonna use the Terra
Damage
Surge?
Damage boost, there we go! Dragoon pops this as well. There's Terra Surge. 2 down with Terra Surge. Bloom takes out top 501. Dragoon takes Strange Barrel. Sunset melees Necro.
Necro's very far out of position though. There's the Shatter.
Shatter!
Big Shatter. And there's the High Noon.
Steve Bloom.
Gets a triple
Hey.
kill.
Nice! And Necro gets a boop on Sunset.
Nice shot by Sparkplug. That Deadeye. Huge there.
Just by pressing Q. And there's Terra Surge, finally! We've waited the whole game for this, and it takes 1. But Jiangxi capitalizes with Death Blossom to take another. Sunset finishes off Nada and Necro. Jiangxi takes Sparkplug, and it looks like they take here.
The
You
Terra
just
Surge.
got caught up so much in trying to get the enemy off the point. You removed yourself from the point like that! Damage window out.
And the
damage.
Kitsune.
What a combo!
Using Zhongxi
The
though.
DPS plays out. Yeah, anti on Shanky, Warped, and Harbinger. Shanky is forced to back off. Low health.
Big Terra
There's
Surge there from
Rally,
Nocturnal.
There's Terra Surge.
Double
Bam.
kill.
Warped synchronize out, but now they have to at least hold it for a second while the bot is stationary. Shanky is holding out. Nocturnal is low. There's a big invuln field for a moment. Transcendence is out. Artie drops. How do you win this? There goes everyone. Disconnect. Loses that team fight.
Brings up going with Malva Bastion. Trying to mirror Warp.
Junkrat.
I think the Junkrat has worked out pretty well. Result Chaotic is nice picks, but doesn't mean much when you have Nocturnal jumping into the hole. Oh, he's whip shot in.
Plugged by Synchronize.
And there's the Death
There we
Blossom.
go.
Big Death Blossom from Detail.
Oh.
Oh,
Top loop. Back to ride.
there it goes. Gets both all by himself too. He's in his weird position. Might get Conjurer.
Oh, Conjurer. It's 3 times on this map. Conjurer is going down.
But still, a lot of damage on this weapon to be able to survive this. Despite pixel credits, that's definitely.
Traumatas. Ults can be so good, but usually they're better off than they
Pixel credit against Corgi.
Both teams almost entirely wiped out. No more worrying about antis at least.
True, yeah.
Fight the back and forth here.
And it
So
works.
look at Cheaters is gonna go down now.
Yeah.
Smurf has to back off. Oh, caught the javelin there.
And here's the Terra Surge, but the Transcendence is out of position.
Oh, got a ult. Got sword and Kitsune run. Lucio might immediately go to drop a beat here, because it is tough. They pull through though. 15 seconds left.
Here's the
Still got
dragon.
beat.
Oh, but the dragon.
Kitsune rush insta-popped. Double insta-pop on Kitsune run. You've got Transcendence to counter. And here we see Smurf finally finish it off. Reaper does have Death Blossom still though, but that is it. Oh,
See if this
that
pick
could be
does
big.
anything.
Pablo might be dead here if he came back off.
Oh, Wi-Fi caught out. Don Pablo immediately going down after. EAC is looking great today. Shield 1 from B12, but that shield's a lot harder to time. And a big anti there. And they all just
Already
immediately
half.
low health. This is gonna be
Everyone's
easy cleanup here.
2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. Smurf takes out E10 in the process. What did
Yeah, the Torb was an interesting pick. We saw how strong turrets can be in these kinds of competitions. Able to shield while he gets healed up.
Step back a bit. But Dambot pulls off the bio. Disastrous first push.
Oh, misses the javelin.
But Smurf missed Gracie as well.
Yeah, I got that
Fair
Discord
fight there.
orb. Not looking good.
Ooh! There's no
D10
way.
with the
Blue
Reaper.
pulled off that first fight flawlessly. D10 sitting back as you do, picking him off. Pop, 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 gone. EAC and I believe that is Diamond 1 sit alone. But tank down. Let me stick him back a bit more. He's got the range. He doesn't need to be on point, but he does it just to be an absolute meat shield.
And Pixel Pride gonna punish that. Oh!
Ooh!
Guys in the back line targeting Diamond 1. He's getting shot from behind. Oh, but he gets Diamond 1.
Nasty quick punches there. Ooh.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Overwatch Bot League Season 3, Day 2. We've just come off of a very exciting match between Junkatech and the Clankers. Junkatech reverse sweeping 3-2. And now we're moving on. We are moving on to Broken Planet versus Llama's Pajamas. This is gonna be interesting, I think.
Very, very interesting.
Because these two teams have not been in the Overwatch Bot League before. So we'll see what they do, what their strategies are, what their players are like. So we go on to the first map, which is Lijiang Tower. Make sure get a good view of the Lijiang Tower itself. Is this the Lijiang Tower, or are all the towers considered a Lijiang Tower?
I think they're all one. I think it's just different levels. But I've always liked this map. This map is very gorgeous.
Yeah, very nice looking. And it's fun to play on. It's always a nice bonus.
True.
Perhaps we will see someone fall off the map.
Maybe a few.
Maybe more than one. You never know.
Is coming. So let's
But
get
we
into it.
have Reinhardt Hanzo Reaper with Curie Lu. Looks with
Meta backline?
Llama. Yeah, they got meta backline, so they gotta win, right? A meta backline team did win in the last series, so. And then Doomfist, May, Torbjorn, Zenyatta, I don't know what's going on there. Broken Planet is. They're doing their own thing, you know? They're trying something different. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens here. Funky Fist, aptly named, runs right into the Reinhardt. You just.
Goodbye,
care.
Lamplight.
Lamplight is immediately deleted.
Unfortunate.
Divine Shock goes down, and there goes EDM. Looks like Llama's Pajamas doing pretty good. That was not a very close fight. It was kind of like Funky Fist jumped in and died, and then everyone else immediately died as well.
Again, it's just the advantage of slower versus faster characters on the 1st fight. At least.
Yeah, if you have Lucio and the other team doesn't, you're kind of guaranteed to win on control. But we'll see how the retake works here. It's like,
Yeah. As long as they play slow, like slow enough, though, they should be able to take a stand at least.
yeah, excellent.
Immediate pin from
slam.
Granddancer.
Yeah, Lamplight does die. Funky Fist just kind of beating his brains out. EDM does not stall. And yeah, pretty rough so far for Broken Planet. Llama's Pajamas just very well coordinated, actually.
Yeah. I guess it's just like a side effect of the Lucio.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
long
I
as you're
think-
able to keep everyone in like one area.
Yeah, I mean, Carrie Lu kind of forces you to play as a team because Lucio doesn't have a lot of value by himself. But Funky Fist is dead.
Goodbye!
Slam. Grand Hamster putting on a grand performance here. Shatter onto the May block for Aura and pin into the wall. Grand Hamster. The best to ever do it, besides the most well-known Ryan player in Bot League, which is Don Pablo, who is the grand champion of Season 1.
Interesting.
80% on the point. Monkey Fist going in for the touch. He's got the Zen Orb on him, which may let him survive for more than 2 seconds. Never mind, he just used both his cooldowns. Immediately pinned.
What a play! What a play!
What a play. These are the Doomfist players in my ranked games. Nice pin there onto Divine Shock. Big Dragon comes out, kills the
Ooh.
turret, goes through the May block, and EDM's not leaving that May block. Nice KD save there. And 100-0 for Llama's Pajamas. Looking good. Looking very good.
I guess it's sort of the disadvantage on that map is when you push through the back, you're kind of forced to one funnel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you're supposed to use it as like a secondary tactic. You don't want to make that your main pushing point.
Right. Yeah. It just seems. Yeah. I think in general Doomfist is also not a good pick.
Yeah.
Um.
They're on Orisa now. Sure.
Yeah. Just immediate Ryan counter, no honor whatsoever. Here we go. Both teams on the Kiryu, so one of them has to win. If they didn't have meta backline, then no one would win. They would be a tie.
Yeah.
Walking dangerously close to the edge. As they do. Suzu comes out, but Lamplight just kind of picking sour immediately. It's a really good advantage here for Broken Planet. Divine Shock is going crazy on the Torbjorn. Really benefiting from that fast reload. And some trades pretty back and forth, but Broken Planet does end up taking it. Sticking with the May Torb, I think, is a good idea.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how Moira versus Kiriko would go, because Moira Lucia was the meta back in it'll be like the original Overwatch League.
Yeah. Yeah, I think oh, 2 fire strikes in the wall. I think Moira actually could definitely benefit this like kind of chunkier, tanky comp that Broken Planet's running.
They are definitely playing pretty close, dude.
And both supports die on Broken Planet, but again, they just have so much health between the Torbjorn, May, and the Orisa that they just live through everything. It's not even sustained. It's just they have a lot of health. And 45% coming up on 50. No ults yet. Torbjorn getting close to that molten floor. And maybe big pin here from Grand Hamster to start things off.
Who is he going for?
He's swinging the hammer. It's sure to hit someone at some point. Nice pick from Soulstone onto Gnome. And here comes the Molten Core. Kind of spread all around the point. Actually does get Soulstone with it. Grand Hamster trying to survive. Oh, he shattered Jax's! And Tea Time is taken down in what might be final fight. Yeah, well played by Divine Shock and just Broken Planet in general, because I think they just kind of like spread out. Because the Ryan doesn't really seem to have like a particular target he goes for. He just kind of like tries to hit everybody at once with his hammer. So spreading out seemed to help them a lot there. And then Terra Surge to pull Grand Hamster out of position. Here comes a dragon. Big dragon that is eaten actually by the Orisa Javelin Spin. Beat comes out to sustain Llama's Pajamas. Ooh.
Not to do that.
EDM dies. Grand Hamster has avoided the blizzard, but he just can't find any kills. Soulstone needs to hit some shots. He does. Soulstone, the last one standing, manages to kill everybody. Well, there we go. We've finally gotten a map flip.
Yep. I think it's interesting. They just like to sit on point.
Yeah, they don't need to take space. Taking space is the myth. That's what GMs want you to think you're supposed to do. And Funky Fist running straight into the point, gets pinned.
Goodbye.
Ooh, beat! Amazing beat there. Keeps Orisa alive.
Ooh.
Big shatter in response.
Yeah.
Knocks down 2. Just trades coming out. 3 dead, 4 broken planet.
It's a 3-on-1, but maybe no. Goodbye, May.
Yeah, really good fight. Good shatter, actually. Like, holding the shatter until the B had worn off was a really good play. And Funky Fist does have that Terra Search in combination with the Molten Core. Might be good.
Might be huge.
Might be.
They can probably farm Kitsune for this next fight as well.
That's true. Here comes the Terra Surge. Immediate Suzu, but it's a little too early. Looks like no one's actually going to die to it anyways. Funky Fist trying to zone off the Lucio and Hanzo into the quarter. Dragon doesn't get eaten this time, but kind of goes wide. And Funky Fist just kills 5. He is aced.
Well, only one ult needed for that.
Yeah, really good retake. And it looks like the first or second point is actually gonna go over to Broken Planet 1-1. Much more back and forth than we saw on the first point, for sure.
Yeah.
Turns out Doomfist Zenyatta Moira is not a good comp. Who would have thought?
For the main tour, I don't know what they can do with that, honestly. May is just kind of an unstoppable force.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, just the Ice Block especially, because the bots just kind of keep attacking the Ice Block, even though they aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
So, just simply being able to draw aggro is quite useful.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3.
But, match point for this map. See what the teams can do. They both have in mind the strengths and weaknesses of the other's comp. Grand Hamster walking on the point first here. Gets the Suzu. Oh, pin is stopped by the Orisa Fortify. Kind of just a brawl here, really back and forth. Gnome is the first one to go down, but 2 immediate trades back from Broken Planet. Grand Hamster is going to go down to the Torbjorn. Another Torb kill. Oof. It's looking better for Broken Planet. I feel like their comp has adapted quite well from whatever they were showing on with the first map.
Bro, it's the meta back on, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Bro,
the
look-
meta backline just fixes all your comp problems. And Grand Hamster walking forward in a straight line.
Terra search for the aura farming.
Yeah, just kind of rubbing it in there. Rush available for both teams soon. Whether ult's too close. In
How do you think the dragon and the blossom will do against Maze ult and Torb's ult?
I think the Blossoms we haven't really seen get a ton of value, and this is just like they happen to use it on someone who's low. I'm more interested to see if there's like gonna be any good dragons, because it could really shred this like slower comp. Ooh, big shatter.
Goodbye.
And excellent retake there from Llama's Pajamas. Only had to use 2 ults to retake. Got the Kitsune Rush out of the other team. And we're going to be seeing that dragon soon. It's more of just a question of what the play is. Is he going to try and use it just to zone them into another ult? Or is he going to try and do it for... He's just doing it for the kills.
There we go.
And the dragon ends up killing 2. The Ice Block saves the Mei, but it's already GG's for this fight. Pin just because he can. Grand Hamster just lamplight into the corner. And Mei, unfortunately, just didn't get to participate in that fight. Immediately zoned by the dragon. 36% and counting for Llama's Pajamas. But both DPS ults available for Broken Planet. Should be a fairly easy retake, especially with B if they can go fast here. Here comes the Blizzard. B comes out in response. Grand Hamster holding that shield in the corner. Eventually goes down. There's the Blossom stopped by the Javelin.
And down they go. Easy.
Yeah. Broken Planet has successfully retaken. As I said, pretty easy fight. They did have to use all of their ults though, so now they're going to be at a disadvantage against the B and I mean, unless he can farm that Terra early, but even then they're just going to wait for beat at that point.
Yeah. I think you just focus on, like, in a situation like this, you'd focus on, like, Kiriko farming the Kitsune.
Yeah.
That way you can, like, at least try and negate some of it. But,
Ooh,
I
but
mean, you're
no-
at an advantage on the point.
Yeah. It looks like the Terra was pretty wide, only caught one person. Didn't even do any damage. Oh, what an
Or a
unfortunate
farming
dragon. Did not expect to hit that headshot out of the ice block, I guess, but now you still got Chatter, still got Rush. Rush can be available for the other team. Maybe get the Tor Bolt there.
Their Lucio's pretty even on their ult charge.
Yeah. Ooh, charge misses. Could be a big shatter onto the entire
shatter.
team. Rush to follow, and it looks like that's gonna be it. There we go. EDM doesn't quite stay alive long enough to trigger overtime. Now, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to touch, and that's gonna be map 1 going over to Llama's Pajamas.
Defeat.
Very, very interesting. Yep, way more back and forth than the first match today.
Yeah.
I think Li Zhong played to those teams like comp's strength a lot better. Besides the whole Doomfist incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What were your thoughts?
I think, yeah, the Orisa versus the Reinhardt, it's a lot of brawl, so it's gonna be just a lot of back and forth with these comps. Because they're both pokey, like, they both do basically the same thing. It's just like, I don't know. For control, it's a lot harder. It's more of a skill difference on control
Yeah,
versus, like, a comp difference.
yeah, I agree. I'd be curious, like, I don't know, what was like the critical like thing that caused Broken Planet to lose? Like, was
I
there
think
any like
it's-
specific moment?
Honestly, it was probably the lack of, like, waiting around to use their
Yeah,
ultimates, like, farm their ultimates. Like, when you're close to your ults, but you're not close enough to, like, win a fight with them, you just have to play really patient. Otherwise, you'll end up, like, feeding and losing, which is what happened there, because they weren't able to even get a touch from their
Yeah.
fight, 'cause they went in way too fast. But it's unfortunate.
yeah. Looks like Broken Planet has picked Shambali Monastery. I don't know what the reasoning is.
Worst map. I hate this map.
This map is like, I don't know. I think it's fun on offense. It's not really fun on defense. I don't know. I know you can fold pretty easily on the first point. It just feels like a very slow map.
Yeah. Honestly, it's surprising that they lost that, because they do have the better ultimates, I think. Because with the Blizzard, like, that's just one of the better ultimates in the game.
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
And looks like Llama's Pajamas running it back with the Ryan Hanzo Reaper, which somehow worked. And looks like we're not seeing meta backline, so Broken Planet's probably not going to win. What are you going to do without the Kirilu? Got Moira Lu.
Moira Liu? I mean, Moira, honestly, like, on, like, the ladder, Moira has a lot more potential to go for backline picks, because she just, like, does unavoidable damage.
That's true. Yeah, you have that Moira, just go full DPS Moira, just go target. I mean, especially track down the other Lucio, or the Hanzo even.
Yeah. Some of the harder to hit heroes.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But we'll see how this goes.
Amp out of spawn.
Full spawn hold.
And just Divine Shock running right up in there, shooting everything.
Interesting.
Yo, Grand Hamster does trade out one before he dies, and pretty quick team fight there for Broken Planet. Just unorthodox comp with the Queen and the no flex DPS that has like any mobility.
Yeah. I think the Queen kind of makes up for that though, because she can pull the Reinhardt out of position pretty easily.
True, pull him right into the Bastion. So gonna
Yeah.
be quick retake around the corner as usual for Llama's Pajamas here. Maybe? They're taking their time.
Maybe.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Grand Hamster running down with his shield, swinging at everybody. Almost kills Gnome, but not quite. Gnome does escape. The Bastion, though, just absolutely deleting everybody. That push will continue.
Very fast fight.
Yeah, they're not stopping.
Fight win. I meant to say fight win.
Bastion ult is ready. Do we see Bastion ult into the enemy spawn? For the aura, of course. No, we don't.
Honestly, with the way they're playing clumped together, it might be very strong against them.
It's like Bastion artillery gonna just not do anything.
I guess.
And Bastion's almost dead, actually.
Moira unable to keep him up.
Yeah. Lamplight is gonna go down. Yeah, I think the Queen was just too aggressive. Didn't realize how fast the Llama's Pajamas was gonna get back with that Lucio. You do lose your
Yeah.
Moira. Gets staggered, so kind of unfortunate there. Tea Time is going really far. Oh, the Reinhardt joins him.
Sure.
Just go into their spawn, I guess. Classic infected moment. Where does the dragon go?
Nowhere.
Away. Yeah. Big shatter onto Funky Fist.
Rush is in play. Coalescence. I do like the Coalescence against the Kitsune Rush because it does kind of zone it off.
Yeah. A lot of healing, a lot of damage. In fact, Pin almost kills Funky Fist, but EDM saved his tank, and their push will continue. Nice retake there. Do not want to get stuck in this area.
Yeah.
And a lot of ults coming up here. Gonna see Beat, Blossom, Molten Core, and the Rampage. The Rampage, I think, is gonna be big here because you want to time it like. Ideally, you want to kite out the Beat, and then you want to Rampage.
Right.
But we'll see how the timing works here. Use Molten Core even to get that Beat out early. And Beat of their own for Broken Planet. Right as the Rhyme saves the Torbjorn so he can pop Molten Core. Ooh, Rampage right as the Beat comes out. Probably not going to be the best timing here.
Ashen is down.
Flick from Soulstone onto Lamplight, and seems that Funky Fist is getting staggered. Finally dies.
What a pin.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. He slowly walks all the way back.
With the shield up.
Shield up, yeah, just in case. You never know what dangers could be lurking in the enemy spawn. But artillery ready. Nothing else that's really going to be helpful here. Soulstone is really far up ahead, but it looks like Broken Planet just going to delete him without a second thought. Grand Hamster going way too far up. Artillery not going to get anything. Yeah. Sour does kill Gnome, punishing him for being too aggressive, and might be checkpoint unless the two supports can fight off the entire enemy team. Last minute touch here from Obsidian. Really nice touch. Gonna get deleted by the Junker Queen though. Sour gonna try and salvage, just get a pick before he dies, but he does not. And that's gonna be checkpoint. There we go. Llama's Pajamas declined the invitation to go help their team and just sat in spawn. So gotta get the KD saving going. Shatter and Dragon. Might see the infamous Shatter Dragon. Big pin into a wall here from Grand Hamster. Shatter onto 3 of the enemy team. And here comes the Dragon to follow up. Beautiful
Oh,
dragon.
nice. Holy shit.
And Llama's Pajamas has regained their positioning. 2 slick headshots. 3. Sours just killed 3. What a play. Not really sure where Grand Hamster is right now, but Funky Fist just gonna die.
Yep. Waiting to die.
Okay. That was unnecessary. Obsidian taking some damage from the skill orb, just a farm beat. Tea time. Exploring the map, seeing where everything goes.
Yep.
Sour uses the Suzu, doesn't really get a lot of damage for it, but Soulstone actually does get a kill.
Oh, team.
Funky Fist really hates Obsidian. Solo Rampage, very rare. Gets pinned from nowhere by
Yeah,
Grand
damn.
Hamster. And the hold continues. Despite the team being very split, Llama's Pajamas has locked this point out. This is going to be pretty rough, especially without any ults. I mean, you're going to have the call, is probably your best bet. But it's not really going to do a ton of damage on its own. You kind of need to combo it with something. Oh, but Funky Fist just almost dies right off the bat. Able to catch Grand Hamster out of position with that knife. And I'm just going to run down the rest of the team there. Start a push. 1 minute, 30 seconds to finish the map.
I honestly think they'll have more of an advantage, I think, with the Molten Core.
Yeah. Definitely better, like, zoning tool than the Dragon and Blossom are. Unless they had another crazy Shatter Dragon.
Yeah.
But Grand Hamster ignores the Queen entirely. Be looking down the barrel of a Bastion, misses. I mean, EDM just gets
pin.
launched into the air. Here comes the beat. Shatter
Ooh.
comes out as well. Everything is being used. I don't know what's happening. Divine Shock desperately trying to figure out how these Nerf bullets work. There we go. He snipes Grand Hamster a mile away. Solo Dragon onto Divine Shock, I guess.
That works.
it-
Yeah.
You gotta
30
get the
minutes, I mean,
kill.
you gotta play your time.
Yeah. Yeah, good stagger. And nothing available for Broken Planet. Gonna go up against the Kitsune Rush here. Broken Planet has to get an early pick. Otherwise, they're not gonna make it to the end. But it looks like Obsidian really overextends, forces the Suzu early. Here comes the Bastion to pick it
Adios.
all up. It's also in trades? No beat available. And it's just a bloodbath, but unfortunately, Grand Hamster gets back at the perfect time to just force everyone off the point. Divine Shock decides it's not worth dying for. And lets the round finish.
I guess.
Score 0-2.
Very, very interesting. So what are your thoughts on the comps that are being played for this map?
I think the Junker Queen beats the Reinhardt. The Hanzo and Reaper are very interesting against Sebastian and Torbjorn, because Bastion is like, he's only good for half of the time that you play him, because the other half he just kind of does nothing. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it. And then
Like-
Torbjorn, I think Torbjorn is more useful against like flankers, and they're not really doing much of that. So but somehow he's getting value, because they obviously pushed it that far.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Broken Planet's comp seem very suited to defense, but they played it on offense. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a very strange comp. Especially like the Moira, like, I don't know. As individuals, the characters are good.
Yeah, I think they'll have a better time on defense too, because they push it like surprisingly far.
Yeah.
But the Reaper does have access to get into their backline pretty easily, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they basically are just free kill. Every one of them is like a free kill for Reaper, so be very curious to see if that's like Llama's Pajamas like primary strategy is just get Reaper into the backline. Grand Hamster can
Yep.
aggro the tank. But we'll see. So they run out. Tea time on the Reaper going first.
Taking out first, yeah.
Immediately has to pop Wraith to avoid getting killed by the Bastion turret. And there goes Sour, there goes Obsidian. T-Time just doesn't know how Reaper's range works. It's really sad. And that's a quick, clean first fight. Looking good for Broken Planet so far. Ooh, looks like they're going into the enemy spawn a bit. Just checking, seeing if there's any swaps being made. Grand Hamster does catch Gnome with the pin. And Soulstone is going to kill the tank. Turret doing some nice damage on the Soulstone. Going to force him to fall back a bit. And we are going to see
Molten Core in
Molten Core
play.
just to kill Grand Hamster. He hates that guy.
Yeah.
Just yeah, probably not
It's
the best.
surprisingly fun though without their tank.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I picked really early, but they are going to have a big disadvantage coming into this fight, as we saw. And they're going to get staggered pretty bad here. Funky Fist is just going to have to back off.
One on
But
cart.
That's what a coward would say, is Funky Fist full sends 1v5.
My God.
Look at him go.
go.
Look at the honor. Oh, wow. Llama's Pajamas, absolute bumps. Don't respect the 1v5. And, just kind of delete Funky Fist.
Yeah.
And it looks like the rest of the team's going to try and salvage this. Shatter actually goes a little too early. His EDM is going to be taken out by... No, he's not. Grand Hamster walks away, turns around to kill the Bastion before his artillery comes out. The aura from this man. Absolutely insane play from the Reinhardt there. Total confidence. And Funky Fist once again honorably dying on the cart after like 2 seconds.
You gotta
That's-
get the touch, you know?
You gotta try, you know what? Ooh, actually Bastion almost gets the touch there for the checkpoint. Unfortunately, a little too late. Does go Obsidian, but Gnome is traded in response. It's like the Hanzo is kind of cooking, as the kids say. There's
Aaron.
Coalescence.
Aaron tries to save Torb from the
He
pit.
tries so hard, but it's not enough, sadly.
Very, very necessary death blossom.
Yes, I mean, what would have happened if he hadn't Dead Blossom? You never know.
You never know.
Broken Planet refuses to regroup. Never mind, they actually kind of are. Like, okay, there we go. Yeah, they've regrouped now. Funky Fist is just running ahead
Maybe
as
he's
usual.
suffering from Mitzi syndrome.
Yeah, newly coined term, Mitzi syndrome, for just like abandoning your team.
Yeah.
Formerly known as Rhine syndrome, but Grand Hamster is actually playing with his team quite well as he holds up his shield to let them kill Gnome, misses the pin onto the Moira. Here comes the beat for
Beat,
Llama's
actually.
Pajamas. Sour is absolutely owning the lobby right now. And that's gonna be checkpoint, most likely, for Llama's Pajamas. Broken Planet's really struggling right now.
I guess. Yeah, bandit point.
Yeah, the cart was not pushed, so they actually will get a second touch. Broken Planet will. They got Rampage and almost a beat if they can get there in time. Refusing to use any of their cooldowns to actually touch the point. They just run straight on point. Funky Fist does get the Rampage off of the... Ooh! Nearly avoids
Oh.
a Shatter. 360 Dragon onto Funky Fist.
That's crazy. It's actually surprising because I think the like I don't know. I was gonna say something. I was like, man, but I think the ult economy right now is looking pretty devastating. Like it's been slowly fixing itself. by the
Yeah.
final touch.
It's... Yeah, but it's...
Slowly calibrating.
Yeah, it's got to recalibrate after Funky Fist's many feeding attempts. And big beat there, actually, for Broken Planet. Gonna let them just kind of walk all over that Bastion turret for him. Grand Hamster in the corner with his team. Gonna get the pin on the Funky Fist to kill him. Molten Core comes out as a last-ditch effort to save the point. They're right there at the golden box of victory. Grand Hamster lives briefly. Artillery... Because why not? Where is he sending that? Is he sending that into the spawn? Where did it go? I don't know.
Oh wait, oh, I heard it.
I heard it. I don't know where it went. Okay, artillery was used. No ults for either team. Shatter is going to be the first thing coming up. 2 good fire strikes could get Grand Hamster this Shatter though, and he only needs to get like one person. One advantage here could be everything. Turret form popped a bit early. EDM is gonna be pinned by the Shatter. Doesn't shoot his gun in turret form. Huge Blossom.
Very.
Big Shatter, big Blossom, and that's gonna wrap it up. It's Lamplight desperately tries to distract the enemy team. Tea Time, despite not knowing how Reaper's shotguns work, is gonna help Llama's Pajamas go up 2-1.
Moira gets away at 1 HP.
KD saving, even at the end of the match. Disgusting. And there we go. 2-1 for Llama's Pajamas versus Broken Planet. What does Broken Planet need to do to salvage this? To get the reverse sweep?
Honestly, it's pretty surprising that like they didn't have more of a defensive stand. Because I remember at the start of the match we were talking about, or I guess the start of the second one, we were like, well, surely Bastion Torb is gonna do really well on defense, right?
Yeah.
But like something about the Reinhardt just like being able, because he can like Junker Queen can pull him out of position, but if the Bastion and the Torb aren't like on it, and especially since you don't really have that much like defensive capabilities on your supports, like it's just he's not as punishable.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they do need a backline to win this.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the Bastion and the Torb, like, they just aren't playing where they need to be playing. Like, they're playing like I don't even know. They're playing like in the middle.
Yeah, it's weird positioning for sure. I think the Torb is just kind of like, I think the Bastion's definitely getting value, especially because like the Junker Queen pulls Ryan in and the Bastion shreds him. I just don't think the Torb is getting any value at this point. I'm just not seeing it.
It's like you have your turret out, but like, yeah, it's not gonna do that much. Especially since you have a giant shield that people can just hide behind. Like, you
Yeah.
can cheat, I guess. Sure. But yeah.
I mean, it's there, but yeah, I mean, going into this final, possibly final round, on to Numbani. Very interesting. Numbani, map that nobody likes to play. It's just kind of there. Like, yeah, I don't think anyone likes this map.
It's such like it's a very interesting map, like the way it's designed, because it's like there's so much high ground, but it's all exposed.
Yeah. Yeah, especially
I'm
the
just
bots,
curious.
not really known to stay on the high ground. They may walk there briefly, but then they just kind of fall off. Seeing it's a bit of some changes here. We're seeing the Ana Brig for defense on Llama's Pajamas, which I think makes sense. I think that's a good play.
Yeah. We have the meta backline.
Meta backline, which means Broken Planet is guaranteed to win this. I don't know if you guys know, but if you play Kiri Lu, then you just win. There's nothing you can do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here we go.
Attackers incoming.
Broken Planet gonna try and reverse
Show
sweep.
them a trick or two.
See what they can do. Funky Fist running it straight down the middle. Immediately slept. Immediately Suzu by the enemy team, I think. It's like Soulstone's just gonna kind of walk all over Broken Planet's backline. That's like Grand Hamster is. It actually does take a bit of damage, but just kind of just lives, honestly.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those like standoff videos of the people that like they just get into standoffs with the police? It reminded me a bit of that.
He's
They
just
just
gonna
kind of like sit there.
yeah, just be like, well,
Come on, move out of your car.
no. I'll just stand here and do nothing. Which seems to be Broken Planet's specialty right now. Funky Fist taking a flank. Sleep does miss. Ooh! Breaks the charge.
That was nice.
Funky Fist going onto the Ana. He's super low, but he just can't quite finish the kill. There we go. Finally got it. Bastion gonna take down the
And
Brigade.
actually, unfortunately, he's the only one left standing.
Yeah, not really a very long standoff this time. There we go. He First objective is captured. Broken Planet with a 5-minute time bank.
See if they can hold on to it.
Grand Hamster looking to capitalize on Broken Planet all grouping up in one spot, but the ping goes wide. Soulstone does get a nice flick onto Divine Shock. They try and take down, force out the Suzu from Broken Planet. Ooh, killed in artillery. Dragon down nowhere. And it's like Funky Fist was kind of in a corner, stuck between a rock and a hard play. Terra kills him on the pull and kills Sour with it. Kills Tea Time.
That's crazy.
Funky Fist has single-handedly reversed this fight. Insane play. Javelin into
Stuck
the
on the
wall. Funky Fist appears to be having technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. Keyboard disconnected or something. Okay, Nano and Rally available. We might see the infamous Rally Nano here. Funky Fist doesn't quite stop the Rhine charge. Is able to use the Javelin, bounce him into the wall. Here comes the Kitsune rush. Nano
Nano on
onto
the
Rhine. Ooh, but Beat comes out in response to Liv. Rally in the middle of the point. AFK. Grand Hamster is just gonna get destroyed from all sides.
Dang.
That was serious misplay from Llama's Pajamas there. You nano the Rhine. Rhine doesn't get any kills because he misses the pen. Beat comes out to withstand the rally. It's just over.
Yeah.
Funky Fist pushing up, just doing a bit of scouting. Using a lot of his resources, but Overclock does come out, kind of luring Grand Hamster into this trap. Gonna have to back off a bit just to avoid that hammer damage, but just the shield angle is all wrong. And Lamplight finishes off Tea Time. The push continues 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Very apt number, considering it seems like Grand Hamster is pretty high right now. He's just kind of staring blankly into his screen, pressing shift over and over. Go for the sneaky Rhine flank. Maybe get a pin, catch someone off guard. Pins that plant. The plant is dead. Big anti onto the Lucio, but actually does get finished off.
Good trade. Ana chooses not to shoot the one Bastion.
1 HP Bastion does get it off. Ends up killing Sour. Grand Hamster all alone.
You Dragon?
Ooh, Dragon could have been big.
Could have.
It wasn't. Unfortunately.
Dragon's gonna make her last stand before they gap point.
Obsidian not KD saving, as he just falls over on point. Abysmal stat line for Llama's Pajamas right now. 3 and 5, 3 and 7, 4 and 5, 5 and 5, and 6 and 5. It's not looking good.
This is what happens when your tank is the best player on your team.
Yeah. Yeah, Grand Hamster, when he doesn't play well, they're kind of screwed. Also, I've never seen this happen. Looks like one of the signs got stuck on the payload. It's like stuck under this thing. How did that happen? Never seen that. Oh. That is all very relevant to the game, guys. I don't even feel like there's like one specific problem like with the comp per se on
It's
Llama's
just, like,
Pajamas.
Yeah, you're just not using the map to your advantage. That's just all it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because this map is... I can't tell if it's like offense or defense, but
I
it's
mean,
pretty...
I think it's pretty balanced. I think it's just Ryan is kind of hard to play against Orisa Bastion. But he never really
Yeah.
had trouble with the Bastion earlier. I think it's more the Orisa that's just like disrupting his movement. Because before, he was just kind of able to move around the map freely, do whatever he wanted. But this Orisa, like, you've seen so many times, he gets Javelin, he gets spun, like, the Fortify stops it, like... And additionally, the Ana Brig aren't really playing Ana Brig properly. They're just kind of standing right behind their Reinhardt.
Yeah, true.
Positioning in any way, shape, or form. Here we go. Grand Hamster approaching main. Disruptor and Javelin out. Grand Hamster gonna stand that Disruptor, gets his support some ult charge. Soulstone bravely charges it. Sour is just in front of the tank for some reason. And
Ooh.
disgusting Bastion kills there. Just kind of free fight win there as a Sour gets stuck on pressing W, I think. I'm gonna say
Bastion
he
could
didn't do
really
that on
use this
purpose.
joke. But
What's their approach gonna be here? Be sneaky flank? Is this what worked for Broken Planet, but might not work as well for Llama's Pajamas, is the Bastion just seems to be shutting down all these rotations. Absolutely just shredding. I mean, what
they
can, what,
took out Gnome.
yeah, Gnome did die really early there, but what can they even do against this? Like, what would the correct play be in your opinion?
Honestly, you just have to go height and you have to poke at them because they can't move from bottom fast enough to react. But
That's
I don't
true.
know if they can do that.
The bots
You-
probably will not.
yeah. It looks like they pulled out Ramatra.
Yeah, especially over the
Yes.
Ramatra cat. I'm surprised we don't see Kiri Lu. They're sticking on the Ana Brig. Probably just trying to at least farm one nano. Sleep goes wide. Grand Hamster going in, punching everybody. Gonna try and tank some of this damage. Bastion breaks the shield, leaving Grand Hamster still at full HP, but the rest of his team is so low for that big Terror Surge. Artillery coming in as well. Just Grandma is killed by an artillery strike. 1 minute 50 remaining. Still 3 ults left for
Yeah, I'm not sure what they can
What?
do against this Orisa.
this
would
Orisa
say-
Bastion is so strong.
Yeah. Junkrat?
True, we might see the
Junkrat.
Junkrat come out. That is the reverse sweep character, I guess.
Yeah.
Vortex and
Just anyone who
Javelin.
can use the space.
Yeah. Here comes the overclock. Big overclock kills Sour. Looking for more. Divine Shock once more. But he also doesn't know. Oh, never mind. He just one taps Obsidian out of nowhere. And there we go. Another
Aerial
fight.
Breacher.
2 ults used. But none are coming out from Llama's Pajamas. Which means they're going to stack up Nano and Rally. Maybe Blossom as well. For this final fight here. But you got to time it so that they don't coincide with the beat, of course.
Right.
Very quiet as the teams do not know how to use mobility. Here we go. B immediately comes out, which is going to allow, if they can survive. No, the Nano! Sour is killed immediately, and now there's no hope.
Unfortunate.
Tea time, the last one standing. They stagger him just to be sure. 3 ults
No
just...
one's not having it.
Llama's Pajamas were too slow to act. They walked out of spawn, or walked out of the room. Didn't know how to fall back, and just... I don't think they get a touch here. No mobility. Grand Hamster gonna make a valiant effort to walk up. He gets nano at the last second, but it's too late. Broken Planet.
Unfortunate.
They tied it. Or not tied it, but they brought it up, so they're not, losing. Yeah. Really,
Yeah.
really well played by Broken Planet. They found a comp that works for them. The Orisa Bastion was just insane on the defense there. I don't even know what
Yeah.
you do against that.
Yeah, that's absurd. Like, there's no reason that you shouldn't. Like, I understand, on Nubani, you are supposed to use height, but there should be more than one way to fix a solution or fix a problem.
Surely. Surely there
So-
was one more.
For Bastion, you could go with the good old Junkrat. Let me think. What else can you do? You can go with Sojourn, force him to move.
True.
I don't know. It's just with Reinhardt, you can't really do that much. Sigma could have been good too, because he's really good at controlling spaces with damage,
True.
and he could be Orisa.
Yeah, I would be interested to see Sigma. We did see Sigma a little bit last season. And it mainly just depends on how they play him, because sometimes he can be really dominant, and other times it's just like he's just simply outmaneuvered by
Yeah.
faster comps like the Orisa, the Ryan. But going over to Atlas again. Seems to be a popular map today.
Yeah. I like this map. I know a lot of people like to hate on it.
I think
But
it's
in my
fun.
opinion, it's such a well-designed map. Like, it's just
Yeah.
there's so many things you can do with it.
Yeah, I think it's probably second best Flashpoint. I think Servasa is still the best, but this is definitely better than New Junk City. That one's not so fun.
Yeah.
I really like tree frogs. I didn't expect anyone to ask.
Tree frogs? Yeah, I can see it.
I'm
It's like
surprised
we got-
anyone played.
What is this? Bastion, Junkrat, Sigma, Kiri, Lu. Meta backlines are in play.
Alright. I guess we'll see what the better.
The better
Like,
meta
it
backline
is.
is. But we got the
Yeah.
Junkrat, so that could make a big difference here. The Grand Hamster expertly destroying all the railings. So he's gonna take the low ground. Both teams are gonna take the low ground. Who needs high ground? Ooh. Oh my god. There's those Grand Hamster just running straight in there. He blocks some of it. He's just... Ooh, does kill. No. T-Time getting some trades here. Brutal fight.
Wow.
It definitely was closer than past fights have been. But not close enough for Llama's Pajamas to get out of this slump they're in. I think Grand Hamster actually played that fairly well. He just kind of was too aggressive. He did block a lot of the cooldowns early with his shield, but just ran right into their team immediately. So he's got to play a bit safer than that, I think.
Yeah.
So they're going low ground again. Gonna see if T-Time can maybe get some picks earlier here. Gonna try and... Oh, misses both mines on the Bastion to bump him away. Trying to kill Gnome. Grand Hamster goes down. And once again, this Bastion is just being really oppressive. And there we go. Very, very rough right now for Llama's Pajamas.
Yeah. They just have to use the map. That's all they gotta do, and they would do so much better. They're on Orisa now.
Now swapping off the Sigma. They're not happy with sticking with the Junkrat though. I think the Junkrat could help them here. The first
Sebastian does kind of make up for the Sojourn damage that they're lacking.
yeah, the zoning, the just raw damage output. But a lot of ults ready on both sides. Here comes a tire. It's going right for Gnome. Gnome is taken out. Just, they hate that guy. Here comes the artillery. We'll see where it lands. Doesn't land
Huge
anywhere
Suzu.
important. Yeah, great Suzu. Just block that one. Funky Fist going down. Looks like Llama's Pajamas are bringing this back. Divine Shock taken down. EDM and Lamplight follow.
Orisa seems to be doing the job here.
Yeah, I think we're working a lot better just tanking a lot of that damage output. There's a lot of the hit scan damage because the Sigma, if he doesn't play his range, he's just going to be deleted. And the Orisa allows, with Fortified, Javelin Spin, all that, allows him to just survive a bit more of that pressure from the Bastion and Sojourn.
Yeah.
Comes the rush. Like we're gonna see an artillery strike here. Does a lot of damage, but doesn't quite kill anyone. Divine Shock uses the overclock. Parasurge also used. And
Or if I'm
yeah, just Parasurge for fun.
Cooling down.
And point is flipped back over to Broken Planet.
Railgun charge holding.
No ults except for a beat. Rush on the other side. Maybe we see beat farm by Obsidian in time. It's hard to say.
I think he'll be able to get it as long as they don't like immediately rush in, but we'll see.
Immediately rushing in is the bot's specialty when they're not stuck on this car. They are already touching the car for good luck. Okay, Broken Planet gets 50% off of one fight. Kitsune Rush comes out. Grand Hamster uses Javelin Spin to block a lot of that early turret farm damage, but Sour goes down. Aren't really making use of that Kitsune rush, and no, Obsidian dies. Terra Surge could get a lot here. Oh, he uses it. He kills 2. He kills 3.
Huge.
What a Terra Surge. He held it until almost the last second, 100 HP. And he does it.
Early Riptide.
Riptide,
Maybe
wait, he's
it's-
going for early pick. Never mind.
Oh, unfortunate.
The bots are just in awe. They just stood there. Very, very interesting. Okay. Beat advantage. Actually, no, beat on both teams. Bastion ult for Broken Planet. See what they can do with it. See, we're gonna immediately use the turret form. Beat comes out. Llama's Pajamas doesn't use their beat. They die. They just tank. Just kind of a free fight, honestly, for Broken Planet. Llama's Pajamas doesn't use the beat. Very interesting. Not even like an Ajax or anything. That's going to put Broken Planet 2-0. Llama's Pajamas needs something here. Last point looked close, but like, I don't know.
You gotta play for your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what like some people don't understand about this game is that the point is very important. That's the whole reason
Yeah.
you're playing this game.
This is not just team deathmatch. Here we go. Looks like coming in from the high ground, walking off of it. The classic play. Funky Fish just dies, goes ahead of his team. No Suzu available. There we go. EDM gets 2 before he dies. But first point cap is going over to Llama's Pajamas. Still got the beat. But beat has been expended for Broken Planet. The issue with this is that because Obsidian didn't beat last fight, he's going to be a bit off with the other Lucio. 'Cause they all like, sit and spawn. There we go.
Actually went on a solo mission
Uh,
over here.
bots
Never
have,
mind, he's returning.
yeah, they finally regrouped. Just a quick pep talk. Funky Fist gets immediately Javelin. Rest of the team kind of just splits off, does their own thing. Big artillery strike. Ooh, here comes the Terra Surge. Terra Surge just canceled early. Kitsune Jax tea time kills the Bastion. Gonna probably put this point over to Llama's Pajamas. Not gonna let Broken Planet have a clean 3-0 on this one. And still, beat has been saved. Like, the beat still hasn't been used. He's holding this beat for Overwatch 3.
Running it down to spawn, I see. Never mind.
It's like random grenade. Bots are unsure of what the best approach is. Gonna let Llama's Pajamas take point first. As Broken Planet goes for the flank under. Terra Surge just to pull Funky Fist out of position, but he's gonna kill Lamplight. Beat comes out. Just sustaining Llama's Pajamas through this fight, confirming it. Cash App came through Gnome as he just doesn't even walk with his team. He just, I don't know, he's just sitting. Why is he sitting here? Why? What? Where is he going?
Oh,
Where is he going? Oh no. No, what are we
Okay,
doing? Okay, he has returned to his team. Big ult disadvantage though. Nothing even close for Broken Planet right now. Here comes
Really
the tire.
retiring?
Whoop. Bit of a sneaky
They're looking
tire.
for it.
Oh, the Funky Fist. Oh, but it Javelin doesn't come out fast enough. And that basically just confirms the fight. T-Time gets 4. Oh. Kitsune Rush just for good measure. Very, very unfortunate. And if the worst thing about that fight for Broken Planet is they didn't even get any ult charge from it. They didn't even, not a single point. 67% beat to 45. Even though Obsidian just used beat, he's almost matching the other Lucio. This is in a really, really bad spot for Broken Planet. They gotta pull something crazy out here. Bastion Suzu's the grenade. Soulstone just kind of leaves his turret for him. Gonna look to pick out Gnome before he can build that beat. But Funky Fist is going crazy. Tea Time trying to salvage this. T-Time gets 2. Terra Surge comes out. Soulstone gonna pop all 3 on the Funky Fist and deletes him, but EDM luckily gets the trade. It's up to T-Time. Oh! EDM lives through
No
everything.
way.
100 HP. T-Time, in a rare moment of choking, cannot kill a 100 HP. You need like 1 shot. But T-Time has just done too much carrying. His back is sore. He has to take a break. Yeah, that's gonna let Broken Planet. If they win this point, that's 2-2. How about match point? Map 5. We'd love to see the reverse sweep again. Grand Hamster, 85% to that Terra Surge. Gonna take a flank while the rest of his team just kind of takes damage and dies. Tries to distract him at the last moment. Here comes the artillery strike. Doesn't kill anybody. Here's the Terra Surge.
Oh, wow.
Beat comes out for Llama's Pajamas. And Funky Fist is like 2 HP. That's gonna be retake and the point here for Llama's Pajamas. 2-2 on this map. It is down to the last point. And Divine Shock, I guess, is over. Oh boy. What are we doing? Very, very very interesting. Very interesting. Not making any accusations or anything.
You know, couldn't do that.
No. It looks like we're gonna see a rush on point for Llama's Pajamas. Try and end this quickly before Divine Shock can get back onto the point. Soulstone catching one. Funky Fist going down. That's gonna be first point going over to Llama's Pajamas. Yeah, just still got Fire, but they're going up against Beat. If Gnome doesn't just troll with this Beat, then this could be really big.
I guess we'll see how it plays out. Oh,
Divine
it
Shock once again, blatantly just throwing. Here comes the tire. The tire goes straight onto EDM. Funky Fist gonna try and salvage this fight. It just needs 1 pick to get some of that ult charge, but no, he can't quite get it. Gonna be stuck at 70. And 50% here for Llama's Pajamas. This could be final fight.
oh no. Oh no.
Divine Shock. Truly. Oh my god. Oh, no. Gnome does it too. Gnome feeds and the Beat was what they were relying on to win this fight. Lamplight 360
no.
Suzu's over.
There's
He's
no
trying to
way.
flank. No, they're just going in
Oh
one by
my-
one. What is happening? What are they doing? 96. Can anyone touch Funky Fist? He doesn't even touch the point. It's 3-1. Llama's Pajamas didn't let the comeback happen. It was
No.
just... It's all over. Oh my goodness. Not even close. That last point, like, it was really, really back and forth until that last
Yeah.
point where just insane throw from Broken Planet. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
I mean, you really gotta envision what's going through their heads. You know, it's like last fight. You know, it's in it for all of the cards.
Yeah, all the marbles.
Just like, and he's just like, man, like I got this. I can 1v5. I mean, it's a really excellent display of confidence. You know, it's good to see
Yeah.
that these people are like, you know, they're confident in their own abilities. But at some point, you just gotta you gotta take one for the team and let your team help you. You know?
Yeah, it is a team game at the end of the day. And you cannot 1v5, especially in such, high rank gameplay.
Yeah.
Just simply not gonna happen. And that means that Llama's Pajamas is going to move on in the tournament. Take a quick look at the updated bracket here. Can see. There we go. Junkatech and Llama's Pajamas will be facing off in our next stream. Been very, very intense matches today. Been quite like a back and forth between all the teams. You love to see it. 3 Overwatch here. This is why this is
Yeah.
better than the OWCS. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure to follow on Twitch and YouTube if you enjoyed, to keep up with all the latest streams. And join the Discord. There's a link in the channel description if you would like to discuss the very, very cool matches that have been happening today.
Very, very amazing, very spectacular.
Yeah, very just insane performances by our pro players here. But that's it from us. I'm Sir DJ Cat, and
I'm Hazel.
we
I
will.
go by Hazel.
Yes, Hazel and Sir DJ Cat, your new casters. And we will see you all next time.